Hi all, good morning, good afternoon. Hope you are doing well. So in this today class, we will see the continuation to the previous class where we have designed one candidate registration agent, and in this class we will see how the execution will takes place. So in these executions, before we go, we will bit recap what exactly we have designed in the previous class. Okay. So if you see my entire end-to-end workflow, so we have designed one candidate registration form. So for this we have used one trigger node is called on form submission. In this trigger node, if you see, these are the details I'm asking to the users or the candidate, those who are apply for the interviews. You can say I'm asking for the full name, email ID, phone number, and profession also is part of which profession, and the number of year of experience, right? Then once you will submit these details, then it will come to a Google Sheet, and in the Google Sheet it will update all these details. Okay, so I mean to say it will go to this Google Sheet. In this Google Sheet it will go to the consolidated sheet and it will update here. What all are the details is going to update here? For full name, email ID, phone number, profession, and year of experience, it's going to update. It will going to capture from the user and update it here. And one candidate ID is a dynamic ID which will going to generate as part of my workflow, and it will also automatically update. And if you see, this candidate ID will be always unique ID for the candidate, right? Now I'll back to the N10 workflow. So once it's updated in the consolidated sheet, then it will use one switch case to branching based on the department. Suppose 10 people has applied for IT, 10 people has applied for civil, 10 and 5 people applied for sales, and 20 people applied for medicals. So accordingly, it will, the switch case will branch it, and once it will branch it, then it will segregate the list of users or candidate into the respective set, and it will go and update. Okay, so if the 10 users has been registered for IT, then the 10 users is going to update in the IT sheet. Similarly for sales, similarly for civil, and similarly for medicals. Okay, so the branching will happen here based on the professions. Okay, so now back to the Google Sheet here. If you see here, if the user has entered the detail, so the user enter details will be updated in the IT sheet. If it is IT profession guy, if it is sales guy, it will be entered here. Similarly for civils and medicals, and the entire consolidated data will be stored inside the consolidated sheet. Okay, so then once it will update the sheet in respective profession sheet, then the next step is it will connect to a agent, and in agent what I have given, I told just write few word about that particular candidate. I don't want to write anything. I given the instruction to the agent, so that agent will talk with LLM, okay, and it will write few word about that particular candidate. Okay, so, and also I have given this prompt so that no, it will not give any hallucinated result. It will give the be specific lines about the candidate. So that's I have clearly mentioned that what exactly you are going to include in this line you are going to give about the candidate. Make sure you are including full name, profession, and year of experience. Okay, so then I'll back here. Then once this detail will be given by the AI agent, then it will go back to the consolidated sheet, and it will update the result here. Okay, in this about column, it's going to update here in the about column in the consolidated sheet, right? So it's not going to update in the other sheet, because if you want, you can update it also, not an issue at all, but I want to update that in my consolidated sheet, right? So I back here. So once I'll back, Then once it is updated, then I'm going to send an email to the user or the candidate saying that thanks for applying, blah blah blah. Just want some no confirmation mail. I'm going to send it. So this mail will be looks like this: thanks for your registration, and you will see here, thanks for your registration. We will be evaluate your detail and we will get back to you, hiring team. Okay, so this is how the entire workflow has been designed in the previous class. Okay, so now the time to test the entire workflow. So before you test your workflow, make sure that this detail you have to thoroughly double check it, else your detail is not going to update in your sheet. Okay, so make sure that you are using update row sheet, and you have properly selected your credential, and you have to resource should be your sheet within document, operation will be update row only, and you have to select the right workbook, right sheet, and no mapping column you have to do manually. Okay, and which column you are going to map it, I can say my mapping column will be email. So then I have to provide the email, whatever the email is given by the user, and I have to give the details what exactly I'm going to update it, right? I have to give these details. Then you have to close it, and then what I'll do, I'll just quickly execute my workflow. So just I'll click on execute workflow. I'll give my detail. I can say Sundar. Okay, I can say my email ID is qtpvivu@gmail.com. You can give your mobile number, any random number I'm giving. Profession you can select IT. Year of experience you can select 13. Okay, you can give any year of experience. Just I click on submit. So once I clicked on submit, if you see the execution has been started, send the details, updated the detail in consolidated sheet, then branching is happened, then it will go to the IT department and update the sheet, and it will go to LLM and get the informations, update the sheet, send the email to the customers, right? Or you can say candidate. Okay, so if you see my execution has completed successfully. Now the time to validate the results. So first of all, I'll go to my sheet, my Google Sheet. I'll go here, and if you see here, this is my Google Sheet, and it's created one dynamic candidate ID, and it capture all the details given by the users. And no, this is the name, email ID, profession, year of experience. And if you see this is I have not written, this bio has created by my AI, and this is the information about this particular candidate. Okay, now if I'll go to my IT sheet, because I have given the profession as IT, so you will be able to see this is the IT sheet. Okay, here it is also updated all the IT details. Okay, it's also updated all the IT details here, like email ID, mobile number, profession, department, and so on. Okay, so now I'll back to my informations. I will check my mailbox, how my mailbox looks like, right? So if I open my mailbox here, the latest one, it's clearly saying that thanks for your registration. Dear Sundar, thanks for your registration. We will evaluate your details and we'll get back to you. Okay, regards hiring team. So similarly, you can test it with other scenarios also. So if you want, I can show you quickly. So just click on execute workflow, and you can give another detail is called Satya. Okay, and you can give the same email ID, or I can give some another email ID called, let me give another email ID is called bivu38.das@gmail.com, and phone number I can give some random phone number. Profession I can give it's sales, it's not from IT, and year of experience I can give 5. Then I can submit it. So once I have submitted, if you see, the execution has started and it went to the consolidated switching, go to the sales department this time, and it went to the model LLM, get the detail about the candidate, update the seat, send an email to the candidate. Okay, now we'll go and verify. So if you go to my seat now and go to my consolidated sheet, if you see, another entry has been created with unique ID, name, email ID, mobile number, sales department, year of experience, and it's clearly saying that Satya with 5 years of leading sales, a true professional who always prevails, right? It's nice. So now I'll back to my mailbox. Okay, I have to go to another mailbox. It's called bibu38.das. So if you see in this mailbox, I got an email from the N10 workflow, and this is called thanks for your registration. Hi dear Satya, thanks for your registration. We'll evaluate a detail and get back to you. Regards, hiring team. Okay, so that's it for today. Hope you have guys enjoyed the sessions and you got the idea about how exactly you will build your workflows in N10 platform. What all are the different nodes? How will these nodes are connected with each other? How parameters are very important in each and every nodes. So that all this idea we got in these sessions. Hope you guys have enjoyed the session. So please do subscribe and like my channel, and don't stop learning, keep learning. Thank you all. Bye bye.